We've all heard the phrase, "there is no place like Nebraska." Well, not only is there no place like Nebraska, but there are no people quite like Nebraskans either. Nebraskans have long been held in high regard for their Midwestern hospitality and hard-working, down-home nature. But what other contributions have Nebraskans made? From humanitarian efforts such as the founding of orphanages, to scientific discoveries, to the invention of marketable food products, Nebraskans have made a lasting impact on the world around them. As someone who doesn't hail from Nebraska and an outsider looking in, I have a deep respect for the contributions Nebraskans have made in the fields of science and humanities. Today, in order to understand the scientific and humanitarian contributions Nebraskans have made through their ingenuity, I will discuss Father Flanagan in Boys Town, Edwin Perkins and the invention of Kool-Aid, and George Beadle and the advent of the one gene, one enzyme genetics mantra. Nebraskans are known for their hospitality, and Father Edward Flanagan showed us that hospitality can turn to humanitarian efforts when he established Boys Town. Father Flanagan recognized the behavioral, physical, and emotional struggles of young men in Nebraska and established Boys Town to address those struggles. According to the Boys Town article Our History, Father Flanagan established his Home for the Boys in 1917 and envisioned it as a place for young men to receive a loving home, an education, and training for a trade. He did not discriminate based on race or religion, and over 100 boys came to occupy Boys Town within the first year alone. Thanks to the success of the Boys' Home and the attention it received from the 1938 movie Boys Town, Father Flanagan came to be known nationally and internationally. He was viewed as an expert in childcare and juvenile delinquency, and after World War II, President Truman asked Father Flanagan to tour Europe and Asia to discuss the prospects of children displaced by the war. Today, Boys Town carries on the work started by Father Flanagan so many years ago. It caters to the needs of 2 million people, including girls. The National Hotline has received over 8 million calls since it first began, and the Boys Town National Research Hospital, established in 1977, helps 60,000 speech and hearing impaired patients every year. While Father Flanagan was catering to the emotional needs of children in Omaha, someone else was catering to their nutritional needs over 100 miles away in Hastings, Nebraska. We've all heard of Kool-Aid, but what about the man behind the product? Edwin Perkins always enjoyed inventing things, and his scientific mind led him to create Kool-Aid in 1927. According to the Hastings Museum's article, A History of Kool-Aid, Edwin Perkins's father owned a general store, which allowed the young boy to be exposed to a variety of products. He became fixated on Jell-O, a powdered product that came in 6 flavors. He also noticed the popularity of a drink called Fruit Smack, which came in 6 flavors. Taking inspiration from Jell-O and Fruit Snack, Perkins set out to develop his own drink. He had noticed that Fruit Smack, which was packaged in glass bottles, broke easily during shipping. He decided to remove the liquid from Fruit Smack and package the powder in envelopes. He called his new invention Kool-Aid, and it came in, you guessed it, 6 flavors. While Edwin Perkins was using science to invent marketable food products, a man named George Beadle from Wahoo, Nebraska, used his knowledge of science to explore the world of genetics. George Beadle didn't think he'd do anything other than farm, but a series of events led him to one of the most profound discoveries in the world of genetics. According to the article One Gene Makes One Protein, Beadle was encouraged to pursue a college degree instead of turning to farming in his hometown of Wahoo. His high school science teacher pushed him to pursue a college degree at the College of Agriculture at the University of Nebraska. While pursuing his master's degree, Beadle became interested in genetics, and after obtaining his PhD, he moved to Stanford University, where he met Edward Tatum. Beadle and Tatum knew of genes and inheritance, but didn't understand how genes translated into visible characteristics. To try to understand this, they exposed bread mold to a variety of X-rays, trying to cause mutations. After they found a mutant bread mold on their 299th sample, Edward and Tatum deduced that one gene translates into one enzyme. They published their findings and were awarded the Nobel Prize for Medicine or Physiology in 1958. George Beadle, along with Father Flanagan and Edwin Perkins, gave Nebraskans someone to be proud of on the national and international stage. Today, I informed all of you about the contributions Nebraskans have made and the lasting impacts that they have caused on the world around them. Father Edward Flanagan left a lasting legacy with the founding of Boys Town. Edwin Perkins combined two of his favorite products to make one drink that is known worldwide as Kool-Aid. And George Beadle, a farmer's son from Wahoo, Nebraska, came to be known as one of the leading men in genetics. Together, Beadle, Perkins, and Father Flanagan have demonstrated that America's heartland produces more than corn. It can produce people that are leaders in their field of expertise. Not only is there no place like Nebraska, but there are no people quite like Nebraskans.